And let me tell you, if you sat in one of our elders' meetings, you would run out of there going, hallelujah! Wow! Because it is exciting. It is exciting. Let's do this. Let's think about that. How can we do that? Can we do this? Should we move? Should we do this? Should we do that? How can we transform people's lives? How can we serve people more? What can we do? Bam, bam, bam. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be a part of. So as I say this, as we enter this series, we're going to be preaching for the next 9 weeks. V2. Vision and values. The reason I didn't call it vision and values is it's very boring, and V2, you can do something with it. Sorry, I'm like that. Symbols are beautiful. V2, vision and values. The bedrock of everything I promise we're going to do, everything we're going to pursue as a church, is this. I'm going to call us as men, and I'll call all of you to a commitment. I just read as I came through the door, the charter. There's a charter on that door. And I want us to live up to a charter. How do we go about this vision? How do we, as a unified group of shepherds with a shepherd heart, but with a vision for where God's taking us, how do we do this so that you really want to be a part of it? What do you know you need to commit to be with us? Without saying it, there's other alternatives. You don't have to be with us. You may dislike it. I don't want that to happen. I really don't. But it may be difficult because we may start doing things. We may start slaying some sacred cows. And it could just be literally Chicken Little. The world's falling in on us. This is our charter. This is what I know these men would stand with their hands on their heart and say, because we decided it together. How will we pursue this vision? How will we hold to our values? How do we ask that you will hold to our values and pursue the vision with us? 4 things. With passion. Please, don't do it out of duty. Well, I come in the morning to serve refreshments because no one else is going to do it, and I really kind of hate it, but someone's going to do it. No, don't bother. Don't bother. Do you know what? I'll bring my own tea in a flask. Do you know that? Honestly, I don't even care. I'll just chuck people some biscuits and say, happy dappy. We're all good. No! I want to serve because I want to see people change. I want people to love their experience with us. So I'm here, smiley face, interacting, talking. Would you like the best coffee we have available? Whatever. Do you understand? With passion. No, I'm playing the guitar again. I hate singing. No, passion. Why are you practicing all the time for your worship? Because I want to do it so well, and I have a passion to see God glorified by how excellently we play our instruments. No, I guess I'll lead a small group. People need to do it, you know. So I'm going to lead a small group, and we'll talk about God a bit, have a cup of tea, and then hopefully that'll all be out because I want to watch the highlights of FA Cup. Passion! I want to see people's lives transformed as we meet together in small groups. Sorry. Secondly, grace saturated. I love this phrase. I have seen so many things done without grace. Do you know what? I've seen them done well. I've seen lots of people turn up to a prayer meeting because if you didn't, your name's going in the black book. You didn't come to prayer every single night of the week. You rotten sinner. You obviously don't even know Jesus. No. Grace saturated. Do you know, my wife and I talk about grace a lot. And I said once, maybe I wonder if grace is this. I don't know if you remember having this conversation later, but I said, I wonder if grace is that if you walked up to someone, if I walked up to Lorraine for the first time ever, and in an instant, God gave me every single thing in my heart that shaped her, that made her who she was. If I realized the pain that has shaped her, the hurt that she's had in her life, what she's gone through, instead of an arrogant, you need to listen to me, my heart would be transformed. And I go, oh my gosh, how do I serve you? How do I love you? That's what I feel grace would be, that you would just take the time, instead of your own foolish, loud voices going first, you listen, and you love, and you don't give your opinion, you listen. You understand why people do certain things. You make sure, you want to see them change. They don't just live in their sin and things but grace saturated. That's how we'll pursue our vision and how we'll live with our values. Kingdom-minded, massive one. I can tell you right now, and I will jump and shout about it. I'm not here to build a big church. I'm coming to seek the kingdom of God. And God said it's through His church that will happen. So I'm just glad to be a part of that. But I want to see the kingdom come to Watford. Vision, kingdom-minded. And finally, with unity, there's actually 2 more, but one's gone. There's 5, sorry. Unity. John 17, Jesus prays, when they come together, when they're unified, the world will see my glory. Do you know why? The reason so many people don't come to church or look at church is because we're so disunified. We're backbiting. We've got things against each other. Each church has got something against another church. There's disunity. But God says when there's unity, Jesus said, when you unify, when you come together, when there's unity amongst you, I will give you my glory so that people will know why I came. People will see the beauty and the wonder of the gospel. It's spiritual. It's divine. But when we're unified, pursuing the things that God has for us as a church, people will see something massively different. Ephesians 4, Paul writes to the Ephesians, talking about unity, togetherness. Pursue these things together. And finally, and most certainly, with prayer. I remember once writing in my journal, I wish I lived up to these things. I wish God held me accountable for what I wrote in my journal. But I wrote in my journal, probably 2002, I said, as oxygen is for the spiritual life, so prayer, as oxygen is for the physical life, so prayer is for the spiritual life. Imagine if God had said, okay, cool. So every time you don't pray, you're going to start running out of breath. Thank God He didn't, because He's more graceful than I am. But that's what I think the role of prayer actually is. It encourages me so much to pray every morning on the way to work. And praying is also listening. But as oxygen is to physical life, that's how important prayer must be for us as a church, as we do everything we're meant to do. So there's 4 things of personal application, and I'll finish here. There's no more. This will only work if you're with us. I don't know if you remember something I said 2 weeks ago. I said, the funny thing about the church as an entity is that it's a body. And if you have a body, and the head doesn't want to go where the body wants to go, there's a lot of problems going on. We're a body. This is only going to happen. It's only going to work if you're with us. Secondly, pray that you will find your place. Where do you fit in? What part of the tapestry, this beautiful tapestry that God is designing, this beautiful picture of a church that can really make a difference in this town, what part are you? Invite others into the journey. You are the most likely person to get your friend to join in for the journey. I remember telling all my youth when I used to work in the States with a youth group, a few times, and they'd be like, oh, I wish my friends would come. And I said, can I just tell you something? It is far more, probably 98% more likely that you will get your friend to come than I will. Because the person that's stopping me getting to your friend is you. So if you want your friend here, bring them. And finally, you can lead no one further than you're willing to go yourself. You can lead no one further than you're willing to go yourself. We need to count the costs together. We need to count the costs as individuals. What will it mean? Let's just quickly bash out some of these things. Please close. Don't bother. What will it mean if the church gets bigger? What will it mean if we need to start doing more activities? What will it mean if you're called upon to lead a small group? It means more effort. It means more desire. It means more time sacrificed. I'm going to hand out some cards. I'm wondering if I can ask George and Craig, if you can take a few cards, hand these out. They're just cards that you just need to tick, write your name, email, and then hand to Lorraine or hand to me. How maybe you can get involved in our Sunday mornings. We need a better kids' work. Okay? We need a better kids' work. We need people to get lifts here. Quite a few people can't make it sometimes because of the lack of lifts. We need people to support all these social events that we want to do. We need these things. And so this is just a card to say where you think you can help, particularly on Sunday mornings. You just literally need to tick a box, write your name and phone number. If you have an email, that's very helpful. But this is the cost. Getting more involved, giving more time to it. This is the cost. And I assure you, the transformation that will take place will be marvelous to see. So, if you have a pen, please go ahead and do it. If not, I'm sure you can borrow a pen. But please, I said, if you can hand those back either today or to... we're not going to jump on you and say, okay, that means you're going to be here from 7 in the morning till 2. We just want to see if there is actually more help out there. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. So, I think I've said far more than I need to say. We're going somewhere. The three of us at least are very, very excited. I hope our wives are. But we're very excited, okay? But we're very aware that we need to define who we are. That's what this next 10 weeks is going to be. We're going to talk about our values. What do we feel we love most as a church? Who are we? Our DNA, the very essence of who we are. Then we can start really dreaming about, strategizing, and get on a mission to get to that place that God puts in our hearts of who we can be and what we can do.